EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for January 24th, 2020. Any partly cloudy skies this morning will give way to increasing clouds this afternoon, and we're going to have a system that's going to be affecting the region over the weekend. At just the start of the weekend, though, it doesn't look like it's going to go even the entire day on Saturday, as this might get out of here kind of early. But precipitation will move in ahead of this on late Friday night and then continue into Saturday morning. It will be heavy at times, some of this rain that's coming in. And I start off saying precipitation because we do have some icing concerns for areas further to the north. And out here over Illinois, Indiana area here, there's going to be an upper level low associated with this. That's going to bring snow up to these regions in here, but will not get into our region at all. And you can see that upper level low sitting right about here. That's going to go over Indiana and Michigan. So Chicago could see some snow out of this, but on our side of our side here of this system, we will have some freezing rain in northern areas and then rain further south. You will have some heavy rain for a short couple hours, I think, during the height of it. And that's probably going to come like maybe late morning, early afternoon. And then we start to see this taper off mid to late afternoon, maybe as late as early evening. But the newer guidance is suggesting this is going to taper off a little bit earlier. So for any Friday or Saturday evening plans that you might have, should be mostly dry at that point. Okay, and then the system will continue into New England, and we are left with drying out conditions on Saturday night, and we'll be dry behind it on Sunday, the day after. So here's the NAM high-res future simulated radar. I'm going to start this off at midnight, and you can see this area of rain is not a huge storm here, but it's going to be potent for a few hours. It's going to get you some decent rain amounts in some areas. But as the precipitation is coming in, you can see some of these purples showing up here. This is what freezing rain would look like on this precipitation type radar, simulated radar, and this is now looking at 5 a.m. Here is 6, here is 7. So at this point, I would say, and you can look at our maps that we have out on the weather alerts page there, where we broke down the freezing rain accrual expectations. This is just going to be at the onset here, but some of the elevation areas, especially above 1,200 feet, should hold on to that freezing rain longer, and you could have more rain, more freezing rain accrue in those areas. But this is basically, for as far as freezing rain is concerned, it's probably going to be a northern part of the Lehigh Valley and points north from there, northwest, north, and northeast. So you will have some freezing rain concerns in northwestern New Jersey as well, and that is indicated on our map on the weather alerts page. This is going to be very early, though. This is 7 a.m., so if you have any early plans on Saturday and you can put them off until maybe later in the morning when it's just plain rain, that might be a good idea, just because the conditions are going to be a little bit dicey going into the early to mid-morning hours, and then after that point, you see everything changes to rain and pushes off further north. But some of these higher elevations here, Wayne County, Pike County, Lackawanna County, and up here in Tioga, Bradford, and Susquehanna, parts of those areas up far north, and maybe Mount Pocono as well, will still hold on to that freezing rain all the way into maybe even early afternoon. Now, here's that heavy rain I was talking about. This is right around noon. You can see looks like about a 50-mile wide band here of heavy rain, but since it's moving almost meridianally, this will dump some heavy rain over a couple of hours as it pulls through, and will be heavy. And then, but by the time we get to, this is now looking at 4 p.m., and you can see this is the back edge right here. Once this moves through, we're going to see some clearing down in these areas. Or not clearing, but at least it stops raining. Okay, so this is going to move, we'll say 3 to 6 p.m. Here's a look at 6, and then it's finally pulling off to the northeast at that point. So it looks like maybe your far northeastern areas might hold on to any shower activity after that initial freezing rain, and then heavy rain, and then back to rain, and then showers. The showers are going to end generally 3 to 6 p.m., but that might go into very early evening in our very far northern and northeastern areas. But otherwise, we're looking at dry conditions the rest of the evening. So if you do have any plans on Saturday evening, I wouldn't cancel them just yet, especially since we're going to rain. There probably won't be any icing concerns at that point anywhere, so we should be good to go. After the system moves away, we are call it partly mostly cloudy here on Sunday. Still have the upper level low in the vicinity, so there could be some clouds, maybe even a flurry here, far northern areas that could go into that can occur here on Sunday or Sunday night, And then we have a reinforcing front coming through here, so on Monday. So again, partly to mostly cloudy here on Monday as well. You'll see some sun, at least, on both of those days. And then we have more sun to deal with here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're going to be actually mostly sunny by the time we get to Wednesday, and then partly cloudy Thursday. We're going to keep an eye on the system off to our south and east. This is getting outside of our forecast window here, or the max range here, but we have partly cloudy skies here on Thursday, and then maybe Friday you could be dealing with something. I will caution against one thing, though, and I am going to show it to you. This is the GFS model that ran at the midday run of the GFS. And this is showing a big snowstorm across our region, and this would be for early February. I'm telling you right now that this is garbage. This is nothing to look at other than ooh and ah, and that's it. The chances of this happening are very slim, not impossible, but very slim. So if you're seeing anything out there, with being shared on social media, which they already are, just ignore those right now, because the chances of this happening are very low. And this doesn't really have a lot of model support for something like this to happen. We will watch that early February timeframe for maybe something thread the needle. Will be probably more likely a clipper type system, but it's still too far away to really do anything more than speculate. But if you see an image like this going around here, or any big snow amounts from a major nor'easter in the beginning of February, just ignore it, because it is total garbage at this range. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martins. That is our outlook for January 24th, 2020. Have a great Friday.